I was thinking since the last video I made today that there's other lies. Eating healthy is a lie. How do I know? Well, this year and this last year about this time, the remaining lettuce was poisoned and recalled. And people are not taking no chances. And they tell me that I need more lettuce in my diet. Now, the reason I don't buy bag lettuce, but sell it because the last about 3 years in the United States, they've been recalled because of bacteria that kills you. It took me a while before I make this video. And I wonder, of all the safety rules we have of handling veggies in a farm where diseases from cows and all that and eggs get into, I feel safe eating cows, eggs, and so forth. And I'm beginning to wonder about our veggies. Yeah. If you can't keep it clean, why sell it? According to health experts, lettuce don't really give you much other than something to put in a sandwich. It's like grapes. Full of sugar and no really useful things. Yeah, they got fiber in it, but there is other grains and things you get fiber. And you could put that in your sandwich when you eat the next hamburger. Thank God McDonald's don't. Well, the only time they use marine lettuce when they make their salads. So I'm gonna avoid old salads and anything for another year because last year the same thing happened. Nobody found where it came from and so forth. Somebody killed 4 people, a lot less than guns, but nobody wanted to sell the stuff. I don't blame them. See, eating healthy is a lie. Or you may lose weight, but you don't know if someone was sleeping when they, look at the lettuce to see if it's healthy, free from germs. That's one thing. If you want remaining lettuce, grow it in your backyard. Simple. Have an indoor lettuce box. So then you know, as long as the cat and dog don't piss on it, you will be fine. Anytime there's a recall of some food item because someone was not doing the job, even handling it, keeping the work spot clean, and so forth. Thank God I'm a meat eater because if that get into me, instant recall. Jack in the Box. Remember Jack in the Box. That's why you don't really see that much lettuce in them. It gives me one thing. One odd thing. Even the last video, I admit that I'm doing this for funny. I'm a liar and all this and that. Don't let me. Have you noticed that? Yes, you noticed that I doesn't, I'm taking this lightheadedly. I hate Bob because of what he did. And I finally got that part of the film that he shredded people like me with a baseball bat to our computers and brains. He lied to us and said, I never said that. here's the problem is, since he's in the United States, I can't send my cops to tell him to stop lying and threatening gays and lesbians and everybody else that make videos that hate him. He is genius me to make a video, so I did. Meaning that I've been lying to him since day one. So I live a liar. Yes, I've been telling Bob that's why I am going to hell. Because I accept my lie. A lie of a liar who lives a lie and hate people like Bob who hate liars like me because he wanted to take our freedom away of being a liar. But yet, he used a book and lied too. I use a book and I lie too. You know, the third generation man I have clap. See, I'm not the only one, Bob. See, American history. Now, we're about the same age, and back when we was in school, we read what the text said. Nice and clean and Americanized lies of about their history and what they do with the native. Over time, people found out the truth. And that's why holidays like Thanksgiving is kind of like, it's under attack. When people say, no. I don't think they even have a day to thank him. And yeah, they may thank the Lord, but there's other things to thank too on Thanksgiving. That was my point of my Thanksgiving speech. But that's one thing about American history. Yes, Bob, as I say in my last video, it will force down my throat and all the Canadians more than the Canadians. And yes, we Canadians did the same thing to our natives. Sent to school and changed their religion. We are as bad as you guys. But as you know, not long ago, our Trudeau have slowly forgiven. Our government took a long time forgiving of ice forces natives to school and all that up north. Even the German Canadians that we sadly denied to come in here, we finally get around and say, we're sorry. I know the history of your government and mine, but we do get around months later and say, I'm sorry. I know it doesn't work like 60s and 70s years later, but who's forcing that? No one, because our government is a kind government. And it takes changes of Canadian mind to understand that we did it wrong. This is why when I mention the Plain Indians, when my ancestors first came to this land, had whiskey and what the natives call firewall. We hit Ontario and the plains, and we know them smoking this weed called tobacco. We want some, but we trade it. Now we have lung cancer, and they have dying of alcoholism. I admit my ancestors did the worst thing ever. And the people dominants at the time did the same thing. We give them firewater, and in exchange we get the tobacco, and we've been smoking and dying ever since. This is the truth. Because at some point of history, yes, we were smoking, but it wasn't a fad. This is why back in the Bible we talk about drinking alcohol, not smoking. And then somehow, and this is the truth. Thanksgiving is a new holiday. I haven't made to the Bible yet. And yes, the first people prayed to God, to the kings, and so forth. But I didn't mention they took over, I think I did, took over the United States and Canada, and the role of their king, queen, lord, and yes, the generation of German, the Spaniards did much worse than the British. At least we didn't went gold crazy like the Spanish. They basically took down a country because they had gold fever. It's an embarrassing thing when you're someone from Spain that you realize their ancestors were dickheads when they went to get gold. Here we waited until the 1900s and we go up, stake claims, kick natives out, and dig for gold. But some of them helped us stop the gold loss, so. But the lie. We all live in a lie. This is what people digging up bones, because one thing about history, I have nothing. You always could find it, the truth, if you look long enough in lost paper, lost pictures, lost bones, and so forth. Bible too, but has places, town, Roman, and so forth. See, this is why we have history. It's just like the Bible sometimes. We could lie and change, and over time people get smart and look at the spot and find out there's no proof. This is why history was a big lie. Because Christopher Columbus, you know that guy, he claims in the biggest lie that he found North America was he raped the local natives and so forth. But that was a lie. Yes, the Viking came 500 years before him. Up in Banff Island, the Canadian line, and down the coast, long before any English person didn't, kill him more. They tried to settle down. They make some enemies, but they tried to live. And they, instead, took over the natives. They just went back home. They maybe killed a few natives that they thought they were going to harm them. But if Americans did the same thing in the first couple of years, like the Vikings did, and go back home. See, the Vikings was more, they may kill a few during war and thing, but they found out after a couple hard winters, it's better to go home. And how did we find? We was digging around the Baffin Island, we found a home. Basically forgotten. Like at the time, Vikings was feared and we didn't know much of their history until we found it in the songs and so forth. This Mexico Ireland. They also from Greenland. But they are the best. They're known for raising things, but they shouldn't raise and ponder the new world. Us white people did. But we are all liars. We use someone that's a lie to prove we are more powerful than thee. You can't. And by the way, I just found out God locked up the devil a long time ago, and he's in chains, and it's on the Bible. So how can he go out and do evil things, and then when he's chained? And also, he have to ask for permission to do evil thing on us. It's also in the Bible. So if he want turn me into his meetings and go to hell, he have to ask God, not Jesus, God, to do something. And if God wants someone in the Bible, they ask the devil to do his work. And I found there's many different names in the Bible about the devil. So how can he convince me to be evil when he's locked up in chains, defeated a long time ago? How can he be around? He means she has to ask God continually to change our mind away from him. Yes, I took some time yesterday before this crap hit the phone again about life that God control the devil. He's in chain, in hell, and if he wanted to do some evil, he, like a little kid, asked for parent, and that's God. Now, who's lying now? So for me to lie, that means Satan has to go to God and ask to force me to lie about you. Because